Hello, hello, hello. Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning to you all. I hope you guys are doing very well today and you're ready to start your day with Shazad Khan and Maha Makhtoom early on PTV World this morning. Assalamu alaikum Shazad, how are you today?
Walaikum assalam. I'm absolutely perfect. I'm ready to rise and shine, wake and bake. I think this is how I feel today because today was the very first day of these winters where I thought that it is literally cold and I really need to put on 2 layers. So I made sure that I wear a pull-up and then a jacket too as well.
I'm glad that you're not wearing a proper full-on coat though on the show like you did last week because you were very cold last week.
Yeah, it is. It is very cold and I want everybody out there, please make sure that you guys stay safe and just make sure that you dress up warm.
How was your weekend? How was your Quaid-e-Azam Day? How was your, people celebrating festivities around you?
Well, as a matter of fact, I think, Maha, the last 3 weekends have been very busy because I've been traveling, doing other shows too as well. But as a matter of fact, about Quaid-e-Azam Day, which was yesterday, I think quite a lot of people, who have actually written to us, they actually like the show too as well.
Yes,
It's on the page. But other than that, my family gathered around and then we went off to my uncle's place to have some lunch and dinner. And my father actually gave a sermon about Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah as well. So it was all kids and everybody wanted to learn. So it was perfect. And I think this is what everybody needs to do.
Absolutely. But I had a great Quaid-e-Azam Day. Thank you for asking.
Really? What did you do? What did you do?
No, I've been packing and stuff because I'm going away for a little bit. This is actually going to be my last show for this year. But I'll be back at the end of January. But no, it's, I was excited. I was stressed out. I was trying to manage seeing friends and family. But, it's a really important time. And like you said, I was seeing Facebook statuses and it was really about remembering why are we here? Why does Pakistan exist? What is the purpose of us and how are we going to go forward? United and without destroying each other. But, we're working on the right path.
Yeah,
and it was good.
And Ma, I even saw your status as well, even I feel excited for you to be on vacations too, where you said that, for everybody who's actually in England, I'm coming, so let's meet up and whatnot.
First time in I think about 3-4 years
Long-lost
I've
friends,
given that.
right?
Yeah.
So I think I'm happy for you. And when are you going to come back, inshallah, for all those viewers who are out there?
Next year, at the end of January.
Okay, at the end of January, we'll still be waiting, we'll still be here.
If you wait for me, I'll be back.
We'll be holding the fort too. But ladies and gentlemen, time now to get started with the show. We've got a very musical journey today. And a very pictorial one too. So
absolutely.
Let's go for the public service message first of all, and I'm going to do the honors. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so thinking about a public service message on such a special day, which was yesterday, 25th of December, Pakistan, Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah, we definitely dedicated an entire show and we can talk quite a lot about it. But as a matter of fact, if we are not going to practice or if we are not going to know about our unsung heroes within the Pakistan after Pakistan was made or came into being in 1947, I don't think that we're going to progress as a nation. So please make sure that you highlight every other person who's actually putting in an effort to make it a better society and a better country or a better place to live in.
Exactly, because everyone who's promoting Pakistan, they're also doing it out of their own, everyone who we have on the show, they're doing it from their own time. It's because they love the country. They, they're very committed to it. And, we aren't where we should be, but we can get there because there's a lot of room for progress and growth, which we're doing.
Exactly.
So, slowly but surely we're going to get there.
And I think that's what we're going to do today. We're going to share with you our singing heroes, not the unsung heroes as well, or the playing heroes.
Exactly. So we've been very lucky. We've been joined by some wonderful people from Pakistan who are spreading the beauty of the traditional instruments. They're also using Afghan traditional instruments today.
Yeah.
We will be,
and before you move on with their introduction, Maha, I think this is for the very first or the second time in my entire life that I'm going to encounter quite a lot of those people who really does not have a band, but they play music because they always wanted to play music, and other than that, they're busy with their schedules and normal lives.
Exactly. So they have also written some own music themselves, but we've been very lucky. We've been joined by Muhammad Rasool Bangish. He will be singing for us today. Assalamu alaikum. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much for calling.
Barabar,
bilkul.
Promoting the provincial traditions and cultures as well. Besides Muhammad Rasool Bangish, we've been joined by Salman Sarwar. He will be playing the, what's it called? The Tumbak. And he's a writer and a composer. Assalamu alaikum. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Good morning. Thank you.
Besides Salman, we've been joined by Mustafa Rasool Bangish. He will be playing the Rabab for us today. Assalamu alaikum, good morning, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much for making it to the show, guys. And so who's the eldest? Because both of these Bangish brothers are twins. So I just wanted to know who came 5 minutes earlier or who came 5 minutes last. You came 5 minutes earlier?
Yes.
So you're the eldest one.
Yes.
Both of these boys are actually doing their A-levels, ladies and gentlemen, but Muhammad always wanted to sing and Mustafa always wanted to play Rabab or any other instrument, and he got to know even play his flute.
Not that much, but yeah.
But you still try.
Yeah,
Plays flute.
Yeah. Kind of.
Okay, we'll find out all about your musical prowess in a moment. But let's get started with you, Mohammed. You guys are here together. You play music together. Tell us, how did you get into playing traditional Afghani music?
Well, we used to I used to practice a lot, and you know, I didn't believe that this thing was in me, because you know, this was just God gifted, and I just started practicing, and then you know, suddenly I met Salman bhai. He also taught me singing.
Okay, excellent.
Yes.
Okay, so I think that's where we should get the conversation started.
Yeah.
Okay, so Salman, you're a writer, you're a composer, you guys are playing music together. How did you get into promoting and singing, you know, promoting the Pashtun traditions and culture?
Well, I think it's not only confined till Pashtun music. This is something built in within our personalities. If I tell you, I started it in my school days. We always used to be the backbenchers, and we used to play, you know, we used to beat the desk and compose music and sing music in the classrooms. So it all started back then.
Okay, excellent.
So even though, you know, all of it started back then, but as a matter of fact, you were the one who actually influenced the Bangish brothers to probably come into the music scene as well. And, you know, since he always wanted to be a vocalist and he always wanted to pick up an instrument. So then how did it go? And since when do you know both of these gems too?
A long time. By the time their dad was posted in Peshawar, and I used to live in Peshawar. My friends, my classmates, they always pushed me towards music. They wanted me to be a singer. I had these qualities, but I couldn't
Influence.
No. Take it out or do it in front of people. There was a barrier.
So you were a bit shy.
So yeah, I was shy initially. But my friends, they made me do all this. They took me to the studios. They appreciated me. Then one day I met Muhammad's dad, and he appreciated me. He called me to his house. He let me meet Muhammad and Mustafa one day, and that's how it all started.
Wonderful.
Alhamdulillah. Up till now, it's going good.
No, it is. And so
jamming.
Okay, so let's get Mustafa into the conversation. So you guys met. So how did you know that this was one of the instruments that you wanted to learn?
Basically, we had heard this instrument all our lives, and you know, the typical Pashto folk music. So when we met Salman bhai, because I couldn't sing that well, I wasn't a good singer, so I also had to, you know, get into their scene. So that's how so we were just sitting one day and we were discussing that, you know, how I can do my input in their project. So Salman bhai was like, why don't you, you know, play Rabab? So I was like, yeah, you have a good idea. So I just told my dad that I need a Rabab.
Okay.
Yeah.
So at first he was like, no, it's going to, you know, typical the thing that it's going to
distract you from your studies.
Distract you from your studies and stuff. But then one day I came back from school, and I was surprised with the Rabab, and then that's when I got the Rabab, and then, you know, the interest developed.
For how long you actually had to tell your dad that, you know, please get me a Rabab, please get me a Rabab? So
not
you just
for
said
long.
once?
No, not once actually. Like maybe 5-6 times.
No, that's what I was considering or wondering, that, you know, over here in Pakistan, you literally have to beg your parents to get something out of them as well.
No, in this case,
which is in a study book. Which is in a study book.
But in this case is different. They have all these instruments in their house, like harmonium, tabla, but not Rabab, I think.
Rabab was something new. Yeah, it was definitely new.
Okay.
Yeah.
So who plays tabla and all of these other instruments?
It's just that Nobody plays them.
Okay.
But yeah, my dad's got his own room in the house, so he's just kept them on the side because he's also got some antiques. So he's kept it there, just to fill the place.
So he's an appreciator of the arts
Oh,
and
yes.
He does.
music.
Yes.
He's
So
also
what-
Certainly.
Okay.
he's also a music lover himself.
Exactly.
He enjoys
Well, no,
music.
that's what I was just saying because very few parents also they
Yeah.
they extend out, then they push their kids into it. But on that note, can we get a little taste of what you guys are up to when
Yeah,
you guys
because
are
for all of
jamming?
those
not?
people who
Why
are
not?
out there, they
Sure,
want to
why not?
listen to what you guys
Exactly. So give us a little idea
Let's
of
do
what
the
you guys
magic.
get up to. So have
Let's
you
do this.
prepared anything for us today?
Oh yes.
Yes.
No?
We'll
Sure.
we'll start off with the song Karar.
Okay.
Yeah. So
So tell us a little bit about the song before you guys do it. So
Okay,
let's get Mohammed to tell
Sure.
us a little bit.
This song is basically sung by Ismail and Junaid. I don't know if you've heard about them. They're basically Pathan singers from Peshawar.
Okay.
So actually, I'm gonna sing their song.
Okay.
And because till now I haven't like produced my song
Okay.
or something. So
And what is the song about?
It's basically I can't translate it because
Just any idea,
yeah,
concept?
it's basically
Karar is probably Sakoon, I think.
Sakoon.
Some
Yes,
people-
yes,
Peace.
yes. Peace, peace.
Peace.
yeah, sort
That's
of.
right.
Okay.
And when you use Karar in Pashto, probably I think it represents a bit of love too as well.
Yeah,
That,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
When I
correct.
see you,
Okay.
I
Obviously,
feel
it's
as if
usually
I'm
in
in the
the-
heavens,
in
you
the-
know.
in
So
the romantic
Karar
phase.
is a feeling.
Yeah,
That's
there's a
right,
feeling,
that's
definitely.
Excellent.
do it.
So let's take it away, guys.
Sure, sure. Let's. مخوباران کچی وری گما پخکول مخ بیا می جانان کچی گرزی گما پسوی مخ زخو زاری گم قربانی گم داغ شندرنگ دیار سرمه که ملگرو دلتا شومتن او قرار راشا او قرار راشا قرار راشا او قرار راشا رکشو غمونه چې ښکار شو د غخ کول مخ بیا مغم تازه شو چې پانه شو د غستوري مخ کدی شنا کړم جوړه غما با خوبونو محل کدی پر کړم ماته وما برختونو محل او قرار راشا او قرار راشا قرار راشا او قرار راشا
Wow, that was fabulous, ladies and gentlemen. With that, and on that note, we're going to go for a Karara break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Karara, Russia. We've got the boys over here in the studios. Don't go anywhere. We are having a musical morning. Good morning.
welcome back. Welcome back, guys. And before the break, we're having a musical show because we've been having a long weekend. We enjoyed the festivities yesterday, and now it's about promoting the instruments, the culture. It's not just about keeping things in the past. It's about how things can be used and modernized, and things still have a relevance today.
Exactly.
And they have so much beauty. These instruments have so
Yeah,
much beauty.
Mahad, I think at this point of time, I just wanted to ask you one simple question
Yes,
because
please.
one of your younger brothers.
Yes.
Is
done.
even a musician, right? So because Bankish brothers were just telling us that their fathers got their own antique pieces as well, there's tabla and whatnot. So even if it's somewhere lying in the corner, it does have an impact on you. One day somebody will come or probably just give it a clap or not, just to feel how it is.
Yep.
How was the environment within your own house? Because when I picked up a guitar or when I actually wanted to work for television, there was quite a lot of retaliation from the family that he's not going to study and whatnot, or bigger jayega, or yu ho jayega. But thank God.
No, that's very different because the reason I'm in media is because of my parents, and the reason we were into music. My father is really into instruments. They always tried to take us to piano lessons. I had guitar lessons. I had drum lessons.
Wow.
My dad used to tell my brother, create the music. I'll make your website. So we love music in our family. We love arts and really into it.
So let's see what's going on within the Bankish family.
Well, the Bankish family, we know that dad is already into music and they got into it slowly. But you decided to pick up singing. Did you not want to pick up an instrument as well, Mohammed?
Actually, I've got a guitar.
Okay.
I've got an electric guitar,
Okay.
basically. And it's a very expensive one. But unfortunately, I plan on giving much time on singing.
Okay.
Rather than just playing guitar. Someday, why not?
Okay.
I'll pick up my guitar and.
But your instrument is your voice.
But yeah. But
So do you know how to play that expensive guitar? I think that's what the question is. Yeah.
Actually, sir, in Islamabad, you've got I don't know that who actually who you can learn with.
Okay.
So,
All right.
I mean,
I think I can teach you, bro.
Oh, God, he knows
Because
three
I know
chords.
five or four barcodes, and that's all I can do again and again and whatnot. And
And he's been doing that for 4 years,
Yeah.
and we've been very lucky that we've had that for 4 years, which is great. But no, you did pick up a new chord recently.
Yeah.
But okay, so let's ask Mustafa. So Shazad mentioned in the introduction that you play. How do you pronounce it? Rabab. Rabab.
It's rabab.
Rabab.
Yeah, rabab.
Sorry, rabab. And you also learning the flute as well.
Not really. Basically, I've got a flute in my house, so it's just lying there. And when I go to my basement, because I have all my instruments there, I just pick it up sometimes, and I'm just messing around with it. So yeah, but it's not like the rabab, because rabab is like my main instrument that I play. I just go light with the flute.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, with the rabab, I've heard that you have to feel it. It's a continuous learning curve, and you can never be perfect at it.
Yes,
so, how
precisely.
many hours do you spend a day learning? And when you guys were playing earlier, it seems like you've been playing for a little while.
Well, when I got it initially, at that point of time, I used to, when I used to get back home from school, so I used to, have my lunch, and then I used to sit on the rabab and I used to practice it. So it would go for like 3-4 hours.
Okay.
Yeah, can you pick up the rabab and tell us a bit
let's
about
show our
it?
viewers.
Trust me,
How
Kishore,
do
trust
you
me.
play
These
it?
days, every day he's like playing all day long.
And if you're
can,
playing
like,
all day
ask-
long, I think I'm going to request you to play like instrumental Despacito type of thing as well on your rabab. If you
that
have
one.
tried that.
Yeah, I'll definitely do that as well.
Yeah, let's do it. I mean, I think that's
I'd like to do that towards the.
Towards the end? Okay. Yeah, we'll go out on an
yeah.
improvisation, an
So
improv.
tell us a little about your
So tell us about
instrument.
you tell us
It's
about
just
the
a
strings.
instrument that's made out of wood, and it's like I think it's I would say a guitar of the Pashto music, and it's got basically the 3 main strings, and it's got 12 baby strings.
Okay.
But I don't think a lot of players, they don't really play these.
It's
but
just for
some
that
one-
chun chun to add a bit rhythm to it.
Sort of, yeah.
Okay.
But the main strings are the 3 strings that I mentioned earlier,
Okay.
yes. and that's how it is.
Okay, so let's ask them.
Before we move on, so guitar has got its frets.
Yeah, of course.
For producing different voice notes
course,
as well,
of course,
or
yeah.
in fact, noise notes.
Yeah.
So how do you decide on rhubarb where to actually put the finger on, because there are no frets on it?
See, the three, basically all the three strings, they have their own, sound.
Yeah.
So, so when it's like you start learning it, your hands, they work automatically. So whatever you're thinking, if you're good enough, it's gonna,
Yeah. So can you play a little as well?
give us
For
an example.
if the fingers here, this is the kind of note we're
See,
going to
the main
produce.
thing in rhubarb, just because it's like, as we mentioned, it's a folk instrument, it works with the sargam, if you know, sa re ga ma. So it's just like this, see. So,
All right.
Make it sound look so easy. Okay, so Salman, you encourage them to get into music. You kind of give them a bit of direction. Teaching someone how to sing or bringing out, because you yourself, when you were young, you were quite shy. People had to encourage you to get out. So how do you bring out these kind of qualities when you see talents and you want to refine them?
When you give time, when you conduct jamming sessions, when you sit together and make, we did some new experiments. We made new music, new compositions. We are going to play one of them
Excellent.
right now.
Can't wait.
Thodi der mein.
Okay.
So yeah, you have to give your time.
Okay. Now, when people pick up instruments later on in life, they tend to be harder. I mean, it's not as smooth as if you are young, because when you're young you respond. So for something like the rhubarb and something like the tumbak. I've written it wrong on my page. Tumbak. How many years do you think it could take someone to maybe get to the point that they can master it? Yeah.
10,000 hours.
Oh, you have
That's
to.
normal
Lifetime.
philosophy. Yeah.
Lifetime. You have to do friendship with your instrument. You have to make it your friend.
Okay.
In my case, I used to beat desk in the classroom,
Yeah.
and I just shifted over to tumbak. So basically, my field is beating the beats, playing the beats. So I'm good with it.
So I think, Maha, what we can do is that we can actually put you to test as well. Can you try playing percussions? Or tumbak a bit?
I'll try.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Pass it on to Maha, ladies and gentlemen.
it's for a while. I'm not here for a while, so
involved
why
this
not?
morning attempting to play
How do
tumbak.
you hold it?
Let's see.
Between your legs.
Okay, wait. Wait. You guys just keep the conversation going. I'm just going to set myself up. I have to set myself up, right?
We're going to focus on you.
Okay, well, that's...
Because there are 4 people today focusing
Okay, well,
on
I've
Maha.
never done this before,
Yeah,
guys.
let's do it. But still, I know
What do
that
I
you
have
can
to
do it.
do? What do I have to do? Wait,
But just play a beat.
Just play beat.
Wait, but it's got different sounds coming out
normal
of it.
beat.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. I don't know what to do. I'm so
Come on,
scared.
do it.
Okay. I don't know what to do. I'm so scared. Okay, wait. I don't know what to do. Wait.
Come on, just play.
that's
The
quite
way
nice.
you play dholkis on different mehndis as well.
That's dholki, right?
Yeah.
So wait,
Really
and then
good.
it's like, well, the beats in drumming is very basic. It's not like more rhythm. I don't know. You were doing
You're good
something.
at it. You're very good at it.
You're
Try
very
it.
good at it. You just try.
Give us a beat. Give us a
Okay,
beat.
wait.
Come on.
Can you play something so I can do something? Come on, let's jam.
All right, let's do it. We're jamming
Wait,
over
so
here.
can you tell me what to do?
Yeah,
How? What kind of beat should I do? If you just
you're
show
very
me
good at it. Try beating the same.
Just think of something and it's gonna. probably
I
work
have
out.
Basically, you're
completely
getting there.
blank.
You're getting
तेरी
it up.
ऊंची शान है मौला मेरी अर्जी बान है मौला तू है सब कुछ
Yeah, you're getting
जानने वाला मैं हूँ तेरा मानने वाला मुझको भी तो लिफ्ट करा दे थोड़ी सी तो लिफ्ट करा दे कैसे कैसों को दिया है ऐसे वैसों को दिया है
That was quite nice.
I think I'm going to give it a try.
I'm sorry, guys.
I'm very bad with percussions, by the way, because of the fact that I just cannot understand the rhythm of it too as well.
I could do a rhythm.
Brazil
You're better than me. And you know what? This is exactly why I gave it up in the end, because I had lessons on drums for a year.
Okay.
Brought a drum
So
kit.
here's your tumbak.
And my brother played
whoa.
it for the first time, and he was better than I was. So
Okay,
anyway,
let's do it. So the song which you guys want you to sing for us.
She composed.
Can we do
called
that?
Mardikram Janana
And
Mardikram.
what does it mean?
It means to kill me.
Oh,
My love.
Kill me, my love.
all of these are very
My
like.
love.
Great.
Cheni.
और भाई
Marde, marde.
Slow but
मर्द इकड़म
Marde kram.
मर्द इकड़म
Mardikaram.
Parde kadam.
मर्द इकड़म
Mardikaram.
Marde kadam.
मर्द इकड़म
Let's do it.
मर्द इकड़म मर्द इकड़म मर्द इकड़म जाना ना उदिस्वम जाना ना मर्द इकड़म जाना ना उदिस्वम जाना ना कला बेगा भाई कला सवा कला सन भाई कला गोया कला बेगा भाई कला सवा कला सन भाई कला गोया जदीद मीने पर चलना पोए गम ग्राना मर्द क्रम जाना ना खुद स्वम जाना ना मर्द क्रम जाना ना खुद स्वम जाना ना मर्द क्रम जाना ना Mardiklam janana uddiswam janana Mardiklam janana uddiswam janana Mardiklam janana uddiswam janana Mardiklam janana uddiswam janana.
But I think what we're going to do is we're going to continue. So you give him a beat. Let's do a bit of jugalbandi as well in between a rubab and a tumba. Can we do that? You know, so you give him a few notes and then he gives you back whatever you've been playing.
So you want to listen to him in like an instrumental?
Yeah,
Yeah,
just an
ju-
instrumental, but
Okay.
it actually should look like as if a competition is going on in between a tumba
Oh,
and a
like
rubab.
like
Like a jugalbandi.
do you do that?
So he gives you a few notes and then you give
I don't
him.
think we'd be able to do that because we've recently started.
Let's see,
Drum.
let's try.
Yeah,
I think we can give it a try.
Yeah, you want to try?
Okay.
Yeah. So you take the lead.
I think I'll go with an
No
instrument.
one's a pro here, but you can just give it a
Yeah.
try.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Wow, that was fabulous.
I really want to learn the djembe.
I'd like to mention one thing.
Yes.
I've not had any formal guidance till now.
Okay.
Okay. So basically, I've learned rabab on YouTube.
Oh, wow. See, the thing is, now tell me about this because I was gifted a ukulele at the beginning of the year. I had to get rid of it, by the way, because it was such a bad ukulele. It kept losing its tune.
Okay.
Learning from YouTube, did you find it relatively easy, or do you think it's because we had Muhammad just telling us that he hasn't found someone to teach
Yeah, who
him.
could teach him,
So
yes.
how is YouTube as a teacher?
Well, in case of rabab, it wasn't that good, to be honest. But because when I was learning rabab, at that time there weren't a lot of videos about rabab
Okay.
on YouTube. There weren't like a lot of tutorials. So I had a little bit of trouble, but like when I look at it now, so if you go on YouTube and you just search rabab, you'll find thousands of videos now.
Okay.
Exactly, and I
and you
think
could
that, even if you're learning from YouTube, it's a kind of a formal learning too as well, because as a matter of fact, they're experts and they tell you that okay, you need to get hold of these notes and whatnot, and this is how you do it. So formal is not, by the end of the day, they're not giving you a certificate. That's why
And you're not
we
paying
may call
money.
it that it's not
Yeah,
formal.
you're not paying. No.
At least they're getting paid by per
One
view.
more thing, I think YouTube, when you learn it on YouTube, it's not as effective as it would be if you learn it through a proper ustad, as we say, because you can't really YouTube cannot answer your every question.
Of
Yeah.
course. That's true, but this is the thing. But we are all in the era of information technology now. You have Google, so any query, and yes, they should get money because it's their skill, and they're
Yeah.
giving it out for almost free, really.
Like Muhammad said, now his instrument is guitar,
Yeah.
So he's got a guitar now, so you'll find like a lot of videos
For guitar.
Yeah, for guitar.
Okay.
on YouTube.
I think
or
I
on the
can give
internet,
you
but
your first lesson before we wrap up the show, and that is
That'll be
that
great.
all I know is that the names of the strings is Eddie 8 Dynamite Good by Eddie E-A-D, Eddie 8 Dynamite.
Okay, anyway.
Good by
on
G-B-E.
the- okay, and
The last one is E, then G,
okay,
and then
Shazad?
B.
Okay,
All
good.
right.
That's great. This is not your test, okay?
It's all right.
Okay. So now, thank you so much for being here. We've actually run out of time.
Thank you
Best
so
of
much.
luck
Thank you
with
so much for having
Thank
us.
you very much.
No, thank you for being here.
It's
It's
a
been
pleasure
an
to be
absolute
here.
pleasure, and to hear your talent, it was
Thank you
really
so
good.
much.
And keep going, guys.
So see you somewhere on the roads, bro.
Exactly. Shazad, yeah, you're going to be hosting it one day. So now, that was us promoting, Pakistani traditional instruments from this region because they're beautiful and they need to have, their time in the limelight. But now we're going to go for a short break. And when you come back, we've got a wonderful young rising star on the studio. Stay tuned.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. For everybody who just got tuned into PTY, you watching World This Morning alongside Maha Maktoum and Shazad Khan. Today earlier we were highlighting our cultural and folk instruments as well. But right now I think we're going to highlight that particular talent which certainly needs a platform to depict or to probably go on about what they can do or their skills.
Exactly, like Shazad said, promoting arts and culture today, and now we've got a young budding artist in the studio. She recently, there was a art drawing competition held in December recently, and it was called the Global Forum for Teachers Education and Foundation for Drug Free. The topic was Say No to Drugs, and she got the second position all over Pakistan. It was an international
And it was a
art drawing
poster
competition.
championship as well.
Exactly.
So she won the second prize, and we have been joined by Miss Rushmil Noor. Hello, Rushmil. How are you? Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
Thank you very much for joining
Thank you for
us.
joining us. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Tell us, why did you do this drawing and competition?
Or why do you like drawing?
Okay, start with that.
Yeah.
It was my favorite activity. I like drawing and I think so many things in my brain and I draw.
Okay.
I like to draw the things. That's
Okay.
why I like drawing.
Okay, so now tell me, when you decided to do this poster, how
Yes.
did you come up with the idea? Because it's a very serious topic.
I think that if I can make with drugs and without drugs, so I make with drugs and how the man will can be with drugs and without drugs.
Okay,
All
so
right.
but when you were drawing it, how did you find out? Like, who told you the information? Did your teachers tell you? Did your mom help you, or did you do the research yourself?
I read by myself.
Oh wow,
Wow.
amazing!
So when did you actually got to know that you like drawing or you want to draw?
I like drawing because that was favorite activity and I think
How old were you? How old were you when you
I
first
am
started?
9 years old.
Okay, but when you first started drawing, जब आपने पहली तस्वीर बनाई,
Yes.
how old were you?
I was 5 years old.
5 years old.
You were
Excellent.
5 years old, so your father actually got you all of those brushes and whatnot so that you can do
Yes,
it.
yes.
Is there anybody else in your family who draws and who teaches you as well that, you know, ऐसे बनाना है और ऐसे नहीं बनाना है? Is there somebody else?
Who taught you?
My teachers taught me.
Okay.
All right, that's cool.
Excellent.
So,
Okay.
so and who otherwise help you in drawing? You know, because for example, what happens is, for example, if you're drawing at home, your younger brother might come in and might be like, "Sister, oh, I can draw. Can I help?"
Sometimes my brothers help me.
Okay,
Alright.
excellent. Okay, now the thing is, when you won this competition, because you know it's a very important competition, how did you feel? What did you want to do after you won this competition?
When I won this competition, I cannot believe myself that I win this competition.
Okay.
And I was too excited for my competition.
Okay.
And what do you want to do in near future as well? That, you know, in days to
I
come.
want to become an artist and writer because I write some novel stories.
Wow.
Excellent, excellent. So I think we've got a budding author and a novelist in our midst.
Are you on Facebook?
No.
No,
All right.
she's
so,
too
so
young.
I think what we're going to do is that we're going to wait for that time that when you come on or join Facebook as well, so that you can upload your pictures, or other than that, we can upload your pictures on our fan page so that
Yes.
people can actually see.
And we will share congratulations once again
you.
and best of luck with the future competitions you take part in. Thank you. So that was Rushmil Noor. She just won the International Islamic International University competition and she got second position. Well done. And now, you know, this is what the whole show was about, promoting Pakistan talent. And, you know, I will miss doing this show for the next month. You know, it's been so much fun and it's been great. And I will miss you guys.
Yeah, and we definitely want you back as soon as possible. Please make sure that you do not take so long and bring us quite a lot of gifts.
Yeah,
All
I've got
right.
some chocolates for you now anyway,
Yeah.
just to soften the blow. But with that, if you want any information, log on to our Facebook fan
Which
page,
is with the name of World This Morning.
our Twitter page,
World This Morning without a G.
our Daily Mission YouTube page.
World This Morning, World This Morning.
And the repeat is that.
11 p.m. tonight.
Have a wonderful day, be good, be safe, and Shazad will see you bright and early tomorrow morning.
So the next time, 1, 2, 3.
Good
Good
morning.
morning.